So about a year ago, there was this Florida rapper named Julio Foolio, and he got stalked down on his birthday and was murdered, okay? But the story is a little more intricate than you would think. It's not just like some random gang violence, okay? This was a big rapper. You know, he made basically his whole career off of dissing the ops and dissing the dead, basically. You know, pissing on graves, you know, smoking a pack, if you know what that means. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're smoking on your dead homies, all types of shit like that, right? So he basically built his career off of this negative energy. I always felt like it was inevitable that he would die because, you know, you could lead a horse to water, but you can't let the horse drink. This was a millionaire still trying to beef with people who were making less than $10,000 a year. You know what I'm saying? It made zero sense, and he decided to go down that path because he wanted to be a real one, okay? Now, this happened a little while ago. Throughout this video, we're going to see footage and clips about his car getting shot up, his whole entourage getting shot up, you know. But now, ladies and gentlemen, we get to 2025 and we figure out who did the hit, who was all involved, the intricate details, basically. And lo and behold, it was a female that they used to stalk Julio during his birthday to figure out all the details. Because, you know, a pretty girl, you're never going to have as much of a guard up for as much as a grown man. You know, pretty girl, curly hair, easy on the eyes, you're probably going to feel a little bit more comfortable. And that's exactly what the hit squad for Julio was betting on. They used this girl's phone. They used her to go stalk him. And toward the end of the night, they murdered him. And now it's all falling down. But the one thing I will say is, I think she got off a little bit easier than you would expect. She got off easier than she deserved. Because I think that this woman that we're about to talk about, involved in the Julio Foolio case, is the mastermind. You know what I'm saying? She's definitely the one who wanted this guy dead the most, in my opinion. Her name is Alicia Andrews, and this is her story, basically. Let's go ahead and check this thing out. But anyways, let's check out this Julio Foolio shit. So if you guys don't know, Julio Foolio, he's a Florida rapper, I believe. He got murdered. He got murdered a few months ago. A few months ago now. And apparently there's this woman who helped set the whole thing up. But now she's trying to claim that, you know, it was just her boyfriend and she had no idea what was going on. So we're going to check out what the police officer has to say. I think this is the video I want to show. Horrific footage shows deadly shooting of Julio Foolio. This one right here. And pretty much we're going to see what she had to say in her response. This one, everybody's been talking about this online. I haven't been covering it too much. This is going to be the first time we're actually looking into it. So apparently Julio Foolio, right? He's a rapper. I'm going to actually show you guys some shit. We'll do a little backstory. But basically he got famous off of dissing his ops. Okay, I'm gonna show you who Julio Foolio is. I think, you know, I always felt like this crime life was stupid as fuck, but he was the embodiment of, you know, quote unquote killing the ops and going back and forth with the ops. There was nothing to life to this guy other than fighting his enemies, making diss tracks about them. Like, if his enemies ceased to exist, like say his enemies no longer existed, he would have not had a music career. And I think it's just so fucking stupid. I'm not going to play any of his music because it's very copyrighted and very ignorant. But it's just, you know, gang, kill you, piss on your brother's grave. We're up in the score. That was all his music, right? You know, so anyways, he gets murdered. Inevitably, you know, it's gonna happen. He gets murdered, and the people who set it up are now getting caught up. Because listen, you're gonna kill this guy, but you're also killing yourself every single time. Every single time. I listen to a few. Let me see if I could throw on a little song real quick for like 2 seconds. But every song is about the ops. So now the ops are getting their turn of going to fucking jail and losing their fucking lives. It's so stupid. Look at this.
Slide through the 12, I don't see nobody outside. Pussy boy, you don't get no rep off doing drive-bys.
See, 2 seconds into it. Pussy boy, you don't get any rep from doing drive-bys. What the fuck? I thought we were listening to a nice little tune just now. Pussy boy, you don't get no rep from doing drive-bys, huh? Nah, you're supposed to walk him down. That's what that... Hold on, let's continue it, though.
From the west, how he clicked up with the east side. He ain't been the same since he seen them other 3 die. Damn, I'm 2-3 high, bitch.
He ain't been the same since he seen the other 3 die. Whoo! That shit was hard, wasn't it? That shit was a banger, wasn't it? Fucking...
Say your goodbye. Get a boy.
So, hold on. Hold on.
The business like a suit in a bow tie. Like them boys block up like the 4th of July. They got caught lacking, the whole world want to know why.
What? It's the beat, bro. It's the beat that got me fucked up, gang. I ain't gonna lie to you. The beat got me fucked up. You said Julio's net worth was about 1 million. And that's what pisses me off. And that's why I ain't got no respect for Julio. It pisses me off so much. You know who I got big respect for is somebody like Chief Keef. You know what I mean? Chief Keef was a real Chicago grimy, like he was a hood motherfucker, for lack of better words. No future, no nothing. He got himself a record deal. He got himself some hits. You never heard how do you even spell his name? You never heard about Chief Keef and no bullshit ever since then. He lives in LA and he lives a wonderful rich man's life, as he should. As he should. You know what I mean? And this is like a real person with no future who's actually just living life and thriving and shit. That's what you're supposed to do. You have somebody like Julio Foolio who wants to stay in the gang life. And he wants to see what's Chief Keef doing? Smoking a blunt. That's what the fuck he's doing. You got no time for no fucking gang war, gang beef. That's stupid. And Foolio is definitely, you could say he's pretty wicked. I will say that. I've listened to a lot of his stuff just off of like fascination off the gang beef and shit. He had it coming. I didn't even feel a way when he got murdered. I didn't feel any type of way at all. No feelings at all. Not saying anybody should get murdered, but I'm saying when it happened, I was like, oh, it finally happened. You know what I mean? Not like finally, but like it, you know, the inevitable finally took place. But anyways, right? Taking it back to what we're talking about right now. This is the case of the people who murdered him. Like I said, you die, and the people who kill you die. Spiritually and physically later on. You're going to go to jail for the rest of your life. Let's get it. So apparently he was going around for his birthday, and they were following him around the entire
Detective
time.
Ramos, can you see a timestamp on this particular video?
No.
That you were able to determine based on coordinating it with the video footage from the home to suites?
Yes.
And when in time is this video capturing?
This video is going to start approximately 04:22.
So they're following him around, doing recon.
6/23/2024.
Like Battlefield.
And the first thing we'll see is...
What's up, SJ? How you doing?
Arriving.
And can you tell us what this intersection is?
So the camera's pointing south. The street going from east to west is Fowler, and then south of the light is North McKinley. The homes to suites is on the right-hand side at the top center of the screen.
And can you kind of, if you could stand up, just kind of point the general direction of where the entrance would be if you are entering home to suites on McKinley?
Home to suites.
So at this top center of the screen,
this is a good screen. This is a good display.
South of the crosswalk to the right-hand side.
And you said the victim and his entourage are going to be shown momentarily. Is that correct?
Correct.
And what direction are they coming from?
They're coming northbound on McKinley from the Bush area.
And in order to make that entrance,
Imagine being worth $1 million and still living in your same hood where people want to kill you. That's crazy, right? Driving around the same hood that people want to murder you because you want to be a real one. That's fucking stupid. I can't get with it. I can't get with it.
into
Call me a
home to
bitch
suites
if you
on
want. That's
McKinley,
the
do they
dumbest
have to
shit I
do
ever
a
heard.
U-turn?
Correct. They have to make a U-turn at the light and then go back south on McKinley and make a right. Right there. So at this point, we're seeing the victim's 3-car convoy arrive at the top of the center of the screen there, and they're in the left lane getting ready to make a U-turn to go back south on McKinley. There's
Left
the
lane.
victim's Charger leading the 3
Oh, yeah,
cars.
yep, I see him. One,
And the other
two,
2 cars, which are the
Three.
Amani Turner's Hyundai Santa Fe and Taylor McRae's Nissan Altima. And then now they're making a right into the Homes to Suites parking lot. This vehicle off to the right, off to the left, I'm sorry, at the top center there is the Silver Cruise that was following them. It makes a right on to eastbound Fowler and then ultimately comes back and goes north onto the USF property to stage across the street.
So this whole time they're just following them. Hold on, all right, we're gonna come back to this. I want to watch the breakdown. So apparently this is where they turned into, and this is apparently we're gonna see a bit of the shootout.
Tampa police say surveillance video outside a Tampa hotel near USF captures a premeditated murder. Detectives say 5 suspects traveled from
God damn.
Jacksonville to Tampa to shoot and kill Jacksonville rapper Julio.
Wow. What did he bring a fucking AR-17 to this bitch? Like, what is going on?
Suspects traveled from
This shit's
Jacksonville.
automatic. Well, maybe it's not automatic. Maybe he has like one of them binary triggers or some shit. Maybe he has like one of them.
Tampa police say
God
surveillance
damn.
video outside a Tampa hotel near USF captures a
Holy
premeditated
shit.
murder. Detectives say 5 suspects traveled from
Look at how fast the rate of fire is. Is that not an automatic or what? They came with assault rifles, gang. That's crazy.
Tampa to shoot and kill a Jacksonville rapper, Julio Foolio.
Hold on, I gotta watch that one more time. They started, listen to me. They started shooting while they were in the lobby. When the car, this car got hit in the back and this car got hit in the front. They started spraying all the convoy. They just lit up everything. Look at that. About 10 shots went off already by the time the car started moving.
Tampa police say surveillance video outside a Tampa hotel near USF captures a premeditated murder.
Yeah, they were going to kill everybody in that shit. All right, I'm gonna stop rewinding it.
Tampa police say surveillance video outside a Tampa hotel near USF captures a premeditated murder. Detectives say 5 suspects traveled from Jacksonville
and
to
he's shooting that bitch too. It's not like he's missing. He is shooting that bitch. Like the bullets are landing.
Tampa to shoot and kill a Jacksonville rapper, Julio Foolio, whose real name is Charles Jones.
Detectives used footage from the
God
scene,
damn.
license plate readers, and phone logs to identify 2 vehicles
I didn't expect that.
and link them back to the suspects.
Tampa police say
I
the
didn't
video shows 3 shooters firing into a car. Jones, who is sitting in the front passenger seat, is killed. The shooting happened last month at the Homes to Suites on McKinley Drive in Tampa.
This
Holy
barrage
fuck.
of gunfire also struck 3 additional victims who miraculously survived this incident.
Hands up, don't reach for your waist. Do not reach for your waist.
On Monday, the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office released body camera footage as SWAT team members moved in over the weekend, arresting 3 suspects for premeditated first-degree murder. SWAT members located.
Man, they really did a drill. That's what you call a drill right there. That is what you call That is the definition of going on it. They really went there to kill. I thought it was going to be some pistols. Nah. They had assault rifles. Fuck you talking. We got this straight from Uncle, what's his name? Uncle Sam? Uncle Tom? We got it straight from Uncle USA. Uncle Sam. Uncle Tom, what the fuck? Yo, Dragon Onion, I appreciate you for the $10, man. I appreciate you. Shout out Dragon Onion with a big 10. And thank you for the membership as well.
Two suspects at a home in Jacksonville, and the third suspect is arrested.
So this girl right here, I think this is her. The one who said, oh, that was just my boyfriend. I didn't know what he was doing.
SWAT members located two suspects at a home in Jacksonville, and the third suspect is arrested at a shopping center in Jacksonville.
Keep coming.
Damn.
Keep coming. Keep coming.
Authorities are still searching for two suspects, Rashad Murphy and
Murder in the first degree, murder in the first degree, attempted murder. So they got two bodies and one attempted murder in first degree, attempted first degree. 3 counts.
Davion Murphy. Detectives say the shooting stemmed from a feud spanning years between Jones and two rival gangs.
See what I mean? Yep. What did I tell you? He wasn't missing. Well, clearly he did miss because there's 3 extra people hit. But honestly, I think the 3 extra people hit probably got hit after it entered and exited the fucking car. I think he hit all his shots low key, and them bitches just kept going. You know what I'm saying? It's different. You shooting a pistol and you have some hollow points, and you know it spreads out. The pistol, this shit don't really go nowhere past the target it hits. You shooting motherfuckers with assault rifles, with like full metal jackets, I'm sure, because they're cheaper. That shit's gonna keep on moving. That shit's guaranteed gonna keep, unless it hits like the engine or it hits too many seats or something, but yeah.
Say the shooting stemmed from a feud spanning years between Jones and two rival gangs. Detectives believe
That's fucking crazy. Hold on, I want to look at the car again.
A feud spanning years between Jones and two rival gangs.
Damn.
Detectives believe Jones was followed by the suspects when he was out in Tampa celebrating his birthday. He had posted his location on social media.
Let me be clear. The feud stops here. All 5 of these defendants are facing
they're all
life
fucking
in
dead.
the Florida State Prison, even the ones who didn't pull the trigger.
In Tampa, Julie Salamone, ABC Action News.
Officials say 5 suspects were behind the deadly attack, but one of those suspects managed to stay on the run for nearly 6 months. That is, until he was caught. For this case, we go to Tampa, Florida. That's where Charles Andrew Jones II was celebrating his birthday.
Tampa, Florida, Julio Foolio. Teasers. 9700 North Nebraska Ave, Tampa, Florida, hosted by Kinnick.
At a local Holiday Inn. For fans of Charles Jones, they might know him better as Julio Foolio. Police say Julio Foolio was planning to check into a room at the hotel. Instead, he was ambushed in the hotel's parking lot by masked gunmen with seemingly one thing on their mind: to kill Julio Foolio. The shooting was captured all on the hotel surveillance camera. In the first few seconds of the clip, a dark-colored car is parked near the hotel lobby entrance.
This car, look. This car over here, I think this is the Nissan Altima that was a part of the convoy. Then you have the Charger over here. Not the Charger, I think it might be a Charger. Charger, what is it, like a Scat Pack or some shit? But anyways, this car gets lit up first. Bop, bop, bop. Then they hit this one. Bop, 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 bop. This one takes off. They know he's not in this car. Obviously, he's going to be in the more expensive car, right? Easy lick. This car takes off. They probably surprisingly survive. And then they just drill this one.
Seconds later, 2 masked gunmen.
So they knew what they were doing. And you know why they were so good? You know why they were so good at what they were doing is because that girl was trailing them the whole night. So they knew exactly what seat he was probably in.
Julio Foolio. The shooting was captured all on the hotel surveillance camera.
You said gummy
In the
time?
first few
Hell
seconds
yeah.
of the clip, a dark-colored car is parked near the hotel lobby entrance. Seconds later, 2 masked gunmen are seen running on what looks like the side of the hotel, while another appears to be sneaking through the hotel's parking lot. Then the video shows bullets flying. That dark-colored car parked near the entrance then speeds off to try to avoid the gunshots. But police say that car was carrying Julio Foolio, who was riding in the passenger seat. The Jacksonville rapper never survived the attack, and 3 others were shot and injured during the chaos.
Okay,
but
they didn't
thankfully
die.
survived. Investigators combed through
You're
several...
right. Who said that? A Jim or I think a Jim and Lisa said that. I'm not sure. Yeah, they survived. Holy fuck. I guess they were, damn. I guess they really just wanted to kill Foolio.
The Jacksonville rapper never survived the attack, and 3 others were shot and injured during the chaos, but thankfully survived. Investigators combed through several clues. Then, a month after the deadly ambush, a break in the case.
A little more than a month ago, a group of individuals with the goal of premeditated murder traveled from Jacksonville
Shout
to
out
Tampa
Lisa.
to commit
Fuck yeah,
a heinous
appreciate you.
crime in our city. I said at that time that we would make arrests and get justice.
And Sherry McLean, welcome in. We got Sherry McLean in this bitch. Welcome her in, folks.
In this case, for all the victims, including the mother of Charles Jones, who traveled from Jacksonville this morning to be present for this announcement. Today, I stand before Tampa Police Major Pat Messmer, Jacksonville Sheriff T.K. Waters, and Hillsborough State Attorney Susie Lopez to announce the arrest of 3 people in the deadly shooting of Charles Jones, also known by his stage name of Julio Foolio.
It's just funny when the police say stuff like that. I love it.
Arrest of 3 people in the deadly shooting of Charles Jones, also known by his stage name of Julio Foolio.
Also known by his stage name of Julio Foolio. May he rest in peace. I'll tell you one thing, man. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck. Julio Foolio, it's one of those things to where it's like, some people have to live in that type of life because you're born into it, you're surviving through it, you ain't got no means to make it out. This motherfucker was making money. He figured it out. People like listening to you rap, motherfucker. I don't get it. I don't get it. So I always, and it always pissed me off. And you know what? Like years ago before he died, I was like, this motherfucker's gonna die. And he's making this music and he's making this money, but he refuses to leave. I remember he got shot up in the foot. His foot almost damn near got cut off and shit. He decides to stay because, man, fuck that. It always pissed me off, I'm telling you, years before he died.
In addition, we have warrants and are actively searching for 2 other individuals in this case. These individuals took extreme measures to try to cover their actions, but they were no match for our investigators.
Type shit.
Isaiah Chance, Elisa Andrews, Sean Gaithright, Davion Murphy, and Rashard Murphy are all accused of playing a role in Jones's death and are all charged with 1 count of murder in the first degree, premeditated, with the discharge of a firearm, and 1 count of conspiracy of murder in the first degree, premeditated, with the discharge of a firearm. Chance, Andrews, and Gaithright were arrested over the weekend in Jacksonville. Davion Murphy and Rashard Murphy are still fugitives of justice, and we are working closely with the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office and the U.S. Marshals to apprehend them. The investigation would later reveal that the 3 armed shooters were Sean Gaithright, Rashard Murphy, and Davion Murphy. Detectives used footage from the scene, license plate readers, and phone log.
Oh, they caught him. Davion Murphy is taken into custody Monday evening in Jacksonville as the final suspect in the June 23rd, 2024 gang-related. They got him.
He'll be there in the morning. Watch your head. Actually,
tonight's media brief.
That's funny. They didn't remain fugitives of justice for very long, I'll tell you that much.
To identify 2 vehicles and link them back to the suspects. Furthermore, it was found that the shooters are members of or affiliated with rival gangs of Jones that go by ATK and 1200. Jones was part of the 6 Block gang. Detectives believe that the ATK and the 1200 worked together to target Jones as part of an ongoing feud in Jacksonville. I want to send a clear message to anyone.
So that was pretty much what happened, right? And then we're just gonna see what's been happening with the girl, because she's been low-key getting off lately. State slams Julio Foolio suspect in murder trial. Boom, let's check it out.
October 7th of 2023, when he said that he was traumatized and that he was mentally not well, not right in the head.
Type shit.
I
That
think I remember.
typically happens after you commit murder. You know, that's like one of those things, like, you know, where you commit murder, especially senseless murder. It's kind of like, it kind of fucks with you. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Conversation. I asked if he wanted me to be around him for,
He needed some space,
more
right?
support. Yeah, but he didn't want me to come.
And you remember that conversation. He didn't want you around because he was not in the right headspace the day after his friend Tilly died, correct?
Yeah, I remember. I mean, who would be in the right headspace after their friend died?
Okay, never mind. Never mind. They're talking about
And
something else.
so much so that you agreed not to go see him, right?
Yeah, if you don't want me there, I'm not gonna go.
And you
Oh yeah,
heard
she's
it.
a bitch. She's bitching already. You feel the bitchiness, right? Yeah, if you don't want me there, I'm not gonna go. You feel the bitching already, right? Come on, sweetie. Listen. I'll tell you one thing. You kind of cute, right? You gotta be sad and pathetic at least. You gotta be pretty sad and pathetic to try your hardest. She's over here being a bitch. Come on now, you can't do that. You can't do that.
About him, right?
Yeah, but I know if he doesn't want me there, I'm not gonna just go.
And that was October 6th and 7th of 2023. Are you aware that Charles Jones, his life, there was an attempt on his life.
Charles
that occurred
Jones
on
is Julio, I
October
think.
7th
Fuck.
Of 2020.
Shit. Fuck. I'm sorry, guys. Let me get my knowledge up. I'll type it with pinkies because I don't have my full hand. Who the fuck is Charles Jones, bro? Hold on. Let's just do this. Julio Foolio, real name. All. Charles Andrew Jones. Okay, so Charles Jones is Julio.
The day after his good friend Tilly was killed.
I've heard about it.
Of 2000, there was an attempt on his life that occurred on October 7th.
Thank you, Jay.
Of 2023, the day after his good friend Tilly was killed.
I've heard about it.
You heard about it from Charles Jones, right?
Yeah, I believe you went live or something.
Yeah, and in fact, not only did you hear about it from Charles Jones, you had conversations on your phone about it, and you assured him you would delete it, right?
Delete what?
Delete. I'm sorry. You had conversations with your boyfriend, Isaiah Chance, about it, and you deleted the conversations, didn't you?
About what?
This is the type of girl that you meet. You gonna meet her, right? And she gonna be real nice to you. She gonna tell you, like, you know, she met you the first time. Second time, she gonna be like, oh, could you meet me and pick me up at such and such a place? You're gonna be like, oh, cool, yeah, I'm gonna pull through. You come through, and there's 3 motherfuckers in a Honda Civic from 1997 hopping out with guns trying to rob you and take all your shit. This is the type of girl. You gotta be careful of these types, bro. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. You always tell her that you're there before you show up. That's what I do. Have her looking for you and be like, oh, I got the wrong address while you're already there. You know what I mean? You just do shit. You just switch it up just to see if somebody's trying to kill you. Because bitches like this, shit, they'll set you up for real.
About what he had done.
And she don't see nothing wrong with it. She don't see nothing wrong with it too. That's the craziest thing about her. She don't see nothing wrong with it.
He did anything. I don't remember.
Well, then let me ask you, with looking at your messages with him on October 7th of 2023, refresh your recollection. And you've been in this trial, correct?
Yes.
You heard that the shell casings that was taken off of your boyfriend's best friend's Toyota 4Runner, that the ballistics matched the casings that were used to shoot at Julio Foolio, Charles Jones, on October of 2023, right?
Yes.
It's been tied to that ballistically, right?
Yeah, I've heard it.
And the day after, and it occurred the day after Tilly was killed.
Yes.
And he was torn up, and you guys had conversations about it. You and your boyfriend, Isaiah Chance, had conversations about that. Isn't that true, ma'am?
Yeah, he's telling me he's not himself right now. He needs space. He never told me he did anything.
Then what is it that you're referring to after he tells you to stay loyal, right? He tells you that.
No, she's not trying to say she wasn't there. She's trying to say that she went along because she wanted to have a good time with her boyfriend, and they went to all these clubs and they were hanging out and partying because she didn't kill anybody, obviously, but she was the one that they were using to set it up. They were using her phone, and they were using her to help stalk him as well. You know, pretty girl, low profile, walking through the club. Nobody's going to pay attention to her. You know what I mean? Nobody's going to realize, like, oh, she's stalking me to tell her friends to come and murder me. So that was her role in this whole thing. So she's trying to say that, you know, she probably had this defense in her head from the start. She would say, like, oh, well, I was just with my boyfriend and I wasn't even aware that he was stalking somebody. I was just the oblivious girlfriend drinking and having fun at the club on a Florida evening. That's what she's trying to say.
Text that to you after he said he needed some time on October 8th.
What's up, Greta? How you
now
doing?
that we're talking, the day after Charles Jones, where they tried to take his life, right?
I mean,
he says to you, don't go run off normally, what you normally do, be loyal, stay loyal. That's what he said to you, right?
yes, and you're misinterpreting what he's saying. When he says stay loyal, he means don't go cheat. Because, I mean, I talk to who I want to talk to at times. When he's not paying me no attention, I feel like you ignore me, you're doing what you want to do, I'm going to go talk to other people. So that's why he's telling me stay loyal, don't do what you normally do.
So when he's devastated,
Don't be a whore. Oh, my
because
bad.
his friend died,
Is that what we,
and then
should we
he
not
and
say
his
that?
friend tried to kill their rival, what he's worried about is you staying loyal to him?
I mean, I guess so.
Okay.
Huh.
And so what are you referring to when you say, you're saying, it's fine, you're all right now, it's somebody close to you, not a random person, so I mean it's normal to feel how you feel. I'm not bae, we're straight, we're just together, we're good. I deleted what you said, and I'm not texting nobody, even if you don't want to talk about it at the moment. So what exactly are you referring to that you deleted?
He told me to delete a message with somebody's texting me. It was a different guy.
So
Nice,
again,
nice.
he's
Good
worried
job,
about
good
you
job.
cheating. He didn't make any sort of confessions and confide in you as to what happened on October 7th?
No, he didn't.
And so when you are with law enforcement and they are interviewing you and they bring up Charles Jones, Julio Foolio, and they specifically talk about this beef,
I hope you feel
lie to
better,
them
Greta.
and act like you don't know nothing about that, right?
Yeah, he asked me if I had knowledge, like I knew exactly who did what. Like, no, I don't have
Hope
no
you feel
direct
better.
knowledge.
Everybody
I know
shout
what's
her
on
out.
the internet, but I didn't assume that's what he was asking me. So
Everybody throw out some hearts to Gerda. We appreciate her. I hope you feel better, Miss Gerda.
You know nothing about Julio the big rapper, right?
I said I know what's on the internet. I don't know personally if it's true, who did what.
You know more than what is on the internet. Isn't that true, miss?
No, I actually don't.
You have just read to the jury about different deaths.
That's on the internet in our city. I don't know if it would be in Tampa, but Jacksonville is on the internet.
And also a person you know that's been shot, Will.
Yeah, I went to school with him, so I know.
Okay, so that's not just on the internet. That's something that you lived through, right?
I lived through it. I mean, that's his situation. I just know about it.
And you're dating Isaiah Chance Gutta, right?
Dating him when at that time?
Yo, one thing I will say, she's kind of quick with it. She might be a smart ass for a reason. Because hey, listen, again, she got manslaughter. That's a tough little sentence. I think that was that like 15 years or some shit, and maybe she'll serve like 10 of those 15. You know what I'm saying? Her little smart mouth may have gotten her out of a life sentence, to be honest. And this is listen, you did that shit in Tampa, Florida. You did that in the worst state to do it. You did that in the worst state to do it. So low key, she was up here fighting for her life, and she made it out without that life sentence. I'll tell you that much.
You know that his best friend, 23, has been killed.
I mean, okay, that's his friend. That's not my friend.
Okay. But you're aware of it, right?
Fuck?
Yeah, I'm aware.
And you know that Tilly has been killed.
Yes, that's his friend.
Very
That's not my friend.
unlikable. Very unlikable.
But again, you are aware of it, right?
Yeah, it's on the internet.
And you know that Bibby has been killed.
Yes, just like everybody else knows.
And you yourself know about it.
Yes, it was on the internet.
And law enforcement are informing you that they are asking you about the death of Charles Jones in Tampa, right?
Yes.
And they are talking to you and they are mentioning that they know the beef between these two groups, right?
Yes.
And
you said they also had a long time to set it up. She knew the dudes would take most of the hits, and that's what she was relying on, baby. Obviously, she didn't shoot them, but you know they were trying to take them all down. The fact that she got away with manslaughter, she is a lucky son of a bitch. She's a lucky bitch of a bitch. I'll tell you that much, bro. Because what? Her little backup plan, I know she wasn't I know she didn't want them 15 years, but it's better than life. And life out there, that ain't no 25 years. Life is actual life. You know what I mean? Like life for the rest of your, yeah.
Your boyfriend, Isaiah Chance, is connected to many of the people who have died in this rival gang war.
Yeah, he's connected, not me. So.
But you know about it.
Yes, I know.
And you lied to law enforcement and withheld all of that information knowing that they are investigating another death in this rival gang war, right?
I mean, in the beginning they told me to talk about what I want to talk about. I don't have to talk about what I don't want to talk about, and I didn't want to be in the middle of that. I don't know for sure if any of these deaths for real. I looked on the internet. I don't know, so I didn't answer it.
They read you your Miranda rights, right? They told you that before they read you your Miranda rights, right?
I don't know if it was before or not.
You didn't just watch this video?
Yeah, I don't remember if it was before though.
They read you your Miranda rights and told you you had the right to remain silent, that you were in the driver's seat, right?
Yes.
They also informed you you could have an attorney present with you if you wanted to, right?
Yes.
And you chose to speak with them, right?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know what I was there for, so I didn't have a problem speaking to them.
You didn't know what you were there for? They told you multiple times that you were there for the murder investigation of Charles Jones, right?
I'm saying as soon as it started, when I got arrested from my house, they said I had a warrant for resisting arrest. So that's what I was assuming I was going to jail for. I later ended up in a room with two guys. So I did sit there and talk.
Who told you what you were being questioned about?
Yeah, and I had no issue. I can answer the question.
And then multiple times.
She's doing a good job in my opinion. She's going against the whole narrative that the lady's trying to set up. She was like, hold on. Even the way she said she doesn't remember if it was before or after they talked, if they did the whole Miranda rights thing. She was like, I don't remember. She's forcing the lady to kind of like show her hand a little bit so she has more time to think. She's not a dumbass. I'll say that much. I think that's the reason she's probably the only one who didn't completely get her life completely, absolutely fucked. Just very extremely fucked, but not absolutely fucked. Shit. She deserves to be in there just like everybody else, but you gotta admit.
In that interview, they
Hold on, it was another thing she said to where I was like, oh, she's kind of, hold on.
Of Charles Jones, right?
I'm saying as soon as it started, when I got arrested from my house, they said I had a warrant for resisting arrest.
Yes, exactly. So the way the prosecutor tried to make it sound like she knew the entire time that, like, to make her look bad, right, in front of everybody. She knew the entire time that she was going to jail for this murder and she was acting dumb. She was like, no. They arrested me over a technicality, get it right, for resisting arrest, and then I figured it out later on. Nobody corrected her, which means that's probably true. So the way she's on her feet, she's in there. She's fully locked in right now.
So that's what I was assuming I was going to jail for. I later ended up in a room with two guys. So I did sit there and talk.
Who told you what you were being questioned about?
Yeah, and I
Which
had no
makes
issue
it,
with
which is weird. Like you're smart enough to, like, you know, kind of weave your way out of a completely fucked situation, but you're not smart enough to say, like, hey, I don't really want to do that. That doesn't seem healthy to my future. Never really crossed your mind, huh?
question.
And then multiple times in that interview, they were trying to impart to you the seriousness of what you were being questioned about.
Yes.
You would agree with that statement. Multiple times they tried to reach you and let you know how serious these charges were.
I wouldn't say she's
Yes.
very pretty. She's
They asked you
alright.
for details about who was involved.
Her
And
eyes
they
are a little
started
sunken
showing
in.
you evidence.
Yeah, they did.
And in that moment, you chose to protect your boyfriend. Isn't that true?
I wouldn't say I protected him. I literally pointed him out, so that's not protecting him.
You never said that he was involved with a homicide, did you?
I didn't know if he's involved in it, so why would I tell him that?
You
Type
never said who or gave descriptions. If you truly believed he had nothing to do with this homicide, then why wouldn't you just share information and tell them and give them descriptions, even if you didn't know their name, what they look like, and where they came from?
I mean, again, I didn't know for sure, so I didn't answer that. And I'm not about to do their job for them, put my life on the line, to be in the middle of that, so I didn't answer it. I answered everything pertaining to me. Anything about them, I didn't answer.
You didn't seem like you were afraid in that interview. Were you afraid in the interview or not?
I was, but I handled myself well.
Okay.
Type
You
shit.
weren't afraid of Isaiah Chance?
No, he's not even in there, so why would I be?
So, well, then I don't understand. Were you afraid to give up their names because you're afraid of them? You're afraid of Isaiah
just
Chance
said that
and
wasn't her
David
job.
Murphy and Rashad Murphy? Or are you protecting them in that interview?
I wouldn't say I'm doing any of that. I mean, you understand it's about a gang. I'm a female. I don't want to be in the middle of it, so I didn't answer it. And I don't know for sure if they did anything at the time of that, so I didn't say anything.
Then why are you up here testifying?
You know the prosecutor's over here frustrated in a bitch right now. Frustrated in the motherfucker right now. You said I definitely think she just played dumb and got really lucky. She played dumb for sure. She did a good job at it. But if she had, at any point, if she had messed up and they caught her in like a aha moment, I feel like she would have got life. So she was smart enough to stay. She was smart enough to not answer too far. And I feel like in some points, she gave kind of a little bit of reasonable doubt every here and there. You know what I mean? Just a little bit.
Fine about how Isaiah Chance hit you.
Because, I mean, that leads up to why I act the way I act out of town.
You were afraid of him or not? Are you afraid of him? Does he beat you? And are you afraid to stand up to him?
Yes, at times.
And you said, I think you said in your direct examination, that people can't really understand because they don't know when you cannot leave. Is that what you said? Something to that
I
effect?
said people wouldn't understand a domestic violence relationship because you'll think, why don't you leave? Why don't you walk away? It's not that easy unless you're in it.
But that's not exactly true, is it?
It is true.
You say cannot leave. You did not live with him, did you?
No, I didn't.
You never lived with Isaiah Chance.
No, I didn't. But he knew where I stayed. He would pop up at my house, ring the doorbell all times of night.
And
so
you
I
just let
couldn't
him
go
in.
nowhere. So
He never had financial control over you. He never paid your rent, did he?
I don't pay rent, so no.
You live with your parents.
Yes.
You live with two loving parents in a safe home. Isn't that true, Miss Andrews?
Yes, I do.
And you never mentioned to your mother or your father that Isaiah Chance was hitting you or abusing you ever, did you?
I did.
You never reported it to police?
No, she asked me, but I didn't want to cause any problems with him or his family, so I left it alone.
So you had choices, didn't you?
That was the very last time, so I told them.
Are you afraid of him and do things because you are fearful of him? Is that what you testified to on direct?
Yes.
So fearful of him that you have to do everything he says. Is that correct?
At times, yes.
And you are claiming to this jury that you're not in a relationship with him anymore. Is that true, ma'am?
I'm not. I said he may think that because I never broke up with him, but I'm
You
not.
think that he thinks that because you still talk to him even though he is locked in jail, right?
Yes, I do still talk to him, and that's
No.
because of my issue. I don't want to cause any safety.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. You still talk to him after man, listen, there's no saving some people, man. There's no saving. There's nothing you can do. There's absolutely nothing you could do sometimes. You just got to look at it and grab the popcorn. Damn. Like, what the fuck? And she has both her parents. It sounds like she's pretty upper middle class. She even might have a little, man, what is wrong with you? Like, you could do anything else. You want to have beef with some rapper from Florida because you know somebody who died in your school that he killed, or that was affiliated with somebody that, man, or he dissed somebody that you knew and you feel a type of way, man. Shit is stupid.
Issues in his jail. He sends me verbal messages and where I'm at. So, I mean, I just keep him at ease. There's nowhere for me to go.
There's nowhere for her to go, is what she
First-degree
says.
murder charges and cannot get to you. Isn't that true, ma'am?
I mean, you do know it's ways in a jail. You can send messages to people. People look at me sideways. Oh, that's your boyfriend? He said this. He told me to tell you this. Like, it's safety issues. Like, literally before I came to trial, a deputy told me one of my co-defendants were trying to have me jumped. So I just do what I have to do.
You were also safely in jail. Isn't that true, ma'am?
I wouldn't say safely. You can get in a fight at any time.
Okay. There are all kinds of deputies. Is that correct?
Yes. All of them don't do their job also. So.
And we're not talking about your safety from other people. We're specifically talking about your safety from Isaiah Chance, someone you claim to be so afraid of that you will go along and do anything for him, right?
I wouldn't do anything for him, but
You wouldn't go along with a murder plot for him?
no, he never told me anything about a murder plot.
And you wouldn't try to call him multiple times incorrectly from the jail, right?
What do you mean incorrectly?
You're not allowed to phone another inmate, can you?
I don't call him like that, so what do you mean?
You're right, you don't call him like that. You have to break policy of the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office and do some kind of three-way call involving Isaiah Chance's mother. Isn't that true?
Yeah, we do that.
You do it all the time, right?
Yes, when he asks for me, I do it.
As for you, you have to initiate your own phone call. He can't call you in the jail either, can he?
I said when he asks for me, I do it. If he tells me to call, I'm going to call.
It's not just that he answers for you. You can't call him directly. Isn't that true, ma'am?
No, I can't.
You have to coordinate and you have to make arrangements with some third party.
I know they had to go deep in them calls and try to figure out when and what and where, and they stumbled across the three-way, and they said, "Yep, We got even more ammo we're gonna smack her with. This shit.
Who is not in jail.
Let's skip up a little bit.
Because this is all.
Bitch, you a psycho. Why you blocking me over a call?
I said, bitch, you a sicko. Why you blocking me over a call I didn't even initiate? Trying to act like you mad, and I make people comfortable.
Sorry, excuse me. You need to speak. I'm sorry, Miss Andrews. The court reporter's got to take down what you're
My
saying.
bad.
So you got to speak real slow, okay?
I said, bitch, you a sicko. Why you blocking me over a call I didn't even initiate? Trying to act like you mad, and I make people comfortable. I didn't do shit to make nobody feel comfortable. It was out the fucking blue. Why the fuck are you acting like it's my problem? You just wanted to have a reason to talk. I messed up when I was typing. To talk to ugly bitches you talk to. Everybody you come across and you touch, you fuck them up. You're not even mentally there and stable in the head for no relationship. Even when I didn't do shit to your ass or start a conversation, you still fucking mad. The fuck. And then I said, and you acting like I'm not pregnant. You gonna talk to me one day, so I don't give a fuck about your attitude. And I said, bye, bitch.
So this reconciliation that you're talking about, this is what he is trying to stop communication with you, right?
This is one of the things he do. So when you say stop communication, he just disappears for a day. He doesn't even really mean it. He's gonna pop up the next day and be like, what you doing?
So you weren't trying to make this jury think when you first testified that there was domestic violence in your relationship, and this reconciliation was you trying to get back with him and him trying to reconcile with you because of something he did, right?
Wait, can you repeat it?
Yes, I can. You're not trying to make this jury believe that he was the one trying to reconcile with you after he hit you or something, are you?
I don't know what you mean by that pertaining to the message. I'm just cursing them out.
No, I said when you guys get back together, I thought you told the defense attorney on your direct that this was some kind of reconciliation trip. You guys was trying to get back together, right?
It was. After I sent that, he did eventually end up texting me, not on there, but he texted my phone and we're back cool. We always do that.
And why is his little brother coming on this reconciliation trip with you?
I mean, I don't know that. That's something you have to ask him. I didn't know he was even going.
They're having a whole man. Listen, I thought you just had makeup sex. You know, I thought that's what happened. We're having a reconciliation trip. Isn't that sweet? We're gonna go down to Tampa. Listen, baby. You know, we were just arguing. It was you know I didn't mean that shit. You know I love you. You know what we always do. You know this is so us. Let's take our reconciliation trip. Oh my God, let's go. We're gonna bar hop. No. Better yet, babe, we're gonna club hop. We're gonna spend $1,000 tonight, and we're just gonna go to all the clubs and waste fucking money. You wanna do that? That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard. It didn't happen.
But you know where you were going, right?
Yes, he invited me, and I thought it was going to be us two.
And it wasn't, right?
No.
Yeah.
And you get to an Airbnb, and you're only there for a day.
Yes.
And you go nowhere except for 3 clubs. Is that correct?
Yeah, and McDonald's.
Oh, and McDonald's, of course.
Again, not with him and Davian Murphy, right?
Yes.
So what exactly was planned for this trip where you two were going to get back together after fighting?
It wasn't necessarily get back together. It was just to spend time. I didn't have a plan. Oh, if we get down here, go here, go here. If we go out, we go out. If we don't, I would be fine with that too.
So now it's not a reconciliation trip.
No, we are getting back cool, but I'm saying it wasn't a big deal to go out nowhere. That was his decision.
You kind of just testified that he didn't spend any alone time with you that entire night, right?
He was up there, but eventually he would go his own way.
Okay. You said that he didn't go with you anywhere, and you did not go with him to when they first checked out.
Hey, listen, you got to end the night with some McDonald's, Jim. You already made bad choices the entire night. Might as well make one more bad choice, right? Fuck it. Let's go to Mickey D's, baby. I love you. I missed you. I missed us. You remember this? Like, fuck yeah. It could be romantic, but not McDonald's, no, because then both of you guys are gonna be bubbling the next day, and that's not a good idea. Get ramen. It'll hydrate you for the next day. You'll feel better. That's the end of the night trick right there.
Teasers around 10, is that correct?
Yeah, I was.
But you have to
sitting
get real ramen, obviously. Don't like make ramen in the microwave. Go to a ramen store. I mean a ramen restaurant or something. What the fuck? Why is it silent?
And you lied to law enforcement in that interview when you said it was just the two of you, right?
The two of us went because I mentioned Sean too.
You did, but that
Oh, you guys are
wasn't
trying to know her
later on.
age? What's this girl's name? Julio Foolio, female killer, age. I forgot her name. She's 22 right now. She was 21 at the time of the murder. She was 21 at that time, so she was already pretty much an adult. You know, she was an adult. She was a grown up, and she's 22 right now. So she's still a baby. Pretty much. She's still like she didn't even get to do nothing. Fuck. You're just out of the game at 22? Fuck, bro. Damn. You know what I mean? Fuck.
Conversation when they first asked you about the Airbnb and the door, you specifically said it's just me and him. Do you remember hearing that?
Yes, I did say that because I meant like when we first came in, it was just me and him.
So again, there was no planned story that if the two of you got caught, that it was just going to be you and him on a romantic
She is pretty
getaway.
scary. It's like she has no feelings. Like obviously she has feelings. I don't think she's a psychopath, but it's like she's numb to them feels. She don't give a fuck. Like low key, dark, cold ass eyes, resentment deep within those eyes. You know she resents that fucking that prosecutor. Fuck you, bitch. Like look at her. Look at how she looks at her. She's locked in though. That's one thing I will tell you. She's locked the fuck in. Creepy than a motherfucker. She's the type of girl you'll wake up, she had a bad dream and she'll be fucking stabbing you or some shit because she didn't like the vibe, you know? The sage didn't help. The sage that she burned this morning didn't really help out, so she just had to kill you. Anyways.
We never talked about caught. There's nothing to get caught about because I didn't do anything.
So again, no conversation ahead of time if you were to get caught about what your story would be.
He never told me nothing about getting caught. When he got interrogated, he came back and told me that's what happened. And then he said, you
You're
don't have to
gonna
worry
get
about
caught.
that because we didn't do anything.
When did you have the conversation with him about his interrogation?
When it was the first time they searched his house.
Before you were interrogated by law enforcement?
Yes, ma'am.
So there was some discussion about what it is that law enforcement was going to be questioning you about in that interview, right?
He didn't mention the guy. He just said our trip out of town.
Okay. Such a coincidence, right? He mentions the trip out of town. You still aren't suspicious. You have still no idea a murder happened. But after he's arrested for not a homicide, just for what?
It was resisting arrest.
You guys are talking about the trip to Tampa.
I mean, not in detail. He just said the trip.
But he wasn't arrested in Tampa, was he? He was arrested in Jacksonville by Duval County Sheriff's officers. Isn't that true, ma'am?
Yes, but I'm saying after they arrested him, he let me know what it was for.
For leaving the scene, right?
No.
So
And it's like, what do you even get out of this? You know? He's dead now. Now what? You don't have any ops to rap about. You know? Fuck. And it's like, it's like a genre of music. It's called drill music, obviously, right? Shit, now he's dead. You have one less album you can make. That's less money in your pockets. It doesn't make any sense. You're out here killing this guy and ruining your life. Now he's dead. All these people are in jail. Now what? What's the rest of your gang gonna do? What are they gonna do now? They ain't got nothing. Shit. There's no production. You're not stimulating any growth to your criminal economy. You're just cutting them down. It's like you're cutting them down. Shit don't make any sense. I guess all for the name of you diss my dead homie, so now I have to murder you. Because I will say one thing, those songs are mad disrespect. I'm talking the disrespect levels are deep. But other than that, so it's like, so you killed him over some childish shit. He said, "Oh, I smoked your dead homie like a pack, and now you have to kill him." Okay, cool. You fucking idiot.
Resisting arrest, nothing that had to do in the charges of Tampa, right?
No, they left a search warrant and it said the conspiracy thing on there and something else.
Jacksonville, Duval County left the conspiracy and murder charge up there for
I don't
him?
know if it was Jacksonville, but it was on one of the papers.
And so that's what led to a conversation of you all being down in Tampa, is that correct?
Yeah, he just said it was about the trip to Tampa.
So when you testified to this jury that you had no idea why Tampa officers were pulling you in for that interview, you were lying up there on the stand?
It's not what I said. I mean, he didn't go in full detail about what they were coming to about Tampa. He just said the trip in Tampa.
You said you had no idea why these officers were pulling you into that interview room. Isn't that what you just testified
because when
to?
they came to my house, they were coming for resisting arrest, so I didn't know why Tampa was coming to talk to me.
But that's not what you just said, because you said after the resist charge, before your interview, you and your boyfriend, Isaiah Chance, were talking about what happened in Tampa.
That was way before. I mean, like when he got arrested.
So let's talk about some more lies that you told law enforcement.
Oh, shit.
You said that
No objection? Objection, Your Honor. Badgering. I feel like Daryl Brooks. Objection, Your Honor. Irritating the witness. Masquerading the... I don't know. Something. Shit. Objection. Listen, this is why you need good lawyers, bro. There's no way a Brian Steele would have let that shit slide. Or a what's his name? Fuck, I forgot his name. I gotta brush up on my lawyers. There's no way a good lawyer would have let that comment slide. Let's talk about some more of the lies you've told to law enforcement. You mean to tell me you're argumentative? You know what I mean? Thank you, Jim. You mean to tell me that your defense attorney didn't have nothing to say about that? Fuck. It's not looking good, folks.
So let's talk about some more lies that you told law enforcement. You said...
Crickets. Nothing. Like, shit. All right, defense, I appreciate you. Shit, might as well I should have came here by myself.
Said that you could not remember how it was you got through the back door of the Airbnb, right? Do you have any memory issues?
No, I'm not slow.
Overruled, go ahead.
No, I don't think she got more chances because of her looks. There's a lot of pretty girls in jail who got absolutely fucked and shafted. And she's not even that. She's cute, but she's not like, oh my god, I have to rule the world to get you or some shit. So, fuck no. They don't give a fuck about how. Maybe the jury feels sad for her. I feel like the jury would feel more sad if she was like a pouty, sad, timid, pretty girl. But she's very chest out, very forward. I don't think there's anything to do with how she looks at all. I think she just did a decent job on the stand and avoided life in prison. I think she got lucky. She did a decent job on the stand. She was forward enough and like she pushed back enough to give the jury some doubt is what I think. And everybody else who got on the stand, I don't think it's biased because she's clear. Let's just keep it real. She's the smartest one out of everybody in this complete drill, this complete hit. She's definitely the smartest, right? So imagine everybody else on the stand trying to withhold what this prosecutor is saying. They probably won't be able to do it. They'll probably fold and fail under pressure. She's probably the only one out of the group that was successful enough to this degree to be able to kind of like talk back to prosecution. Everybody else, they barely could even read probably. So, you know what I mean? Like, shit. They weren't going to make it anyway. That's not bias. That's just she's better. That's a skill issue.
I'm sorry, what was the answer?
I said no. I mean, I'm not slow. What do you mean, memory issues?
Well, they're talking to you.
She just said it herself. She said, I'm not slow. She said herself just now.
Memory issues. Remember how it was you got through the back door of the Airbnb, right? You have
Alicia Andrews, thank you. I don't know why I couldn't. Alicia Andrews, that's her name. Yep. Little demon right there.
memory issues.
No, I'm not slow.
Overruled, go ahead. I'm sorry, what was the answer?
I said no, I mean, I'm not slow. What do you mean, memory issues?
Well, they're talking to you within a couple of months of you coming to Tampa, right?
Yes.
You don't come to Tampa every day, right?
No.
And you were with your boyfriend at this Airbnb, correct?
Yes.
And you saw those videos of you at this front door. Can you take a look at the photo behind you?
Yes.
Well, she was like recon. She was
Showing
recon.
her state's exhibit.
She was the one that was following him.
60. You recognize this Airbnb?
Yes.
And you saw the other video, State 61, where you are on the Ring camera, right?
Yes.
You're only on that Ring camera entering this front door 2 times, right?
Yeah, I think it was 2 times.
On June 22nd of 2023.
Yes.
And then you are not on that front door Ring camera at all, correct?
No.
And they don't just ask you about the front door. They ask you, you leave. You leave 2 times and come back, right?
Yes, I did.
You left and you went to the McDonald's with Davy and Murphy.
Of course,
and
gotta
your
get that Big
boyfriend
Mac.
Isaiah Chance, right?
You gotta get the Big Mac.
And you didn't go out this front door, and you didn't come back this front door, right?
Right.
Shit, I could go
Take
for a
look
Big
at the
Mac,
video, ma'am.
but I'm not gonna do it.
We're gonna show you how it is you get.
I want one. I really want a Big Mac, but I know I'm just high, so I'm not gonna do it. You know what I mean? That's what you call mind over matter, because I'm gonna feel like shit, and I'm gonna feel like a failure if I go ahead and eat it later on. So
To the back door of this Airbnb.
who the fuck is recording this shit? You put the what's up, Daria? I like the emojis. No, we're not doing no fucking Big Mac.
This is the back door, right? This is how you would have to get in when you're going to the back door, right? You got to walk through this grass pathway.
Oh,
And then open this door.
so they did the
this
spooky
gate,
route. They did the spooky
right? And then it
backwards
takes you to the
route.
sliding glass doors, right?
Yes, ma'am.
They didn't just ask you about the front door. They asked you what door you got in when you came back from the McDonald's, right?
Yes, they did.
And you didn't tell
You
them
said
if
Big
you
Mac.
have nothing
No,
to
I'm playing.
hide. You were just talking about an Airbnb. You didn't just say, I went through the back door, right?
I'm feeling myself. That's what failure is, because I said I'm not gonna eat that shit, and then sometime throughout the month I end up eating that shit. It's like, what the fuck? What are we doing? What is life? What is this? But no, I'm not. I haven't had any McDonald's. Well, shit, it's a new month. Oh, that means I made it through a month. I don't think I had any McDonald's through the month of October, so I'm not trying to break the streak.
Yeah, I didn't say that.
You lied, right?
I don't think I answered it.
You said,
Somebody grab
I
her
don't
AG
remember.
Big Mac.
Yeah, and I probably was aggravated at the time, so.
But it's a lie, nonetheless, right?
Yeah.
Because certainly you're not going to make the jury believe that you going through some dark pathway in the middle of the night to leave and then get back is something that you're not going to remember, right?
I mean, not necessarily. It wasn't a big thing to remember that day.
Even though you're being questioned on a first-degree murder charge, you can't even tell them that you just left the back door to go to McDonald's?
Yeah, but I'm saying I didn't really remember that, so, and I was aggravated, so.
So that was their
It's a
rendezvous
lie.
point.
You lied to law enforcement knowing they're investigating a first-degree homicide.
Yeah, but he was just asking me about a back door, so I didn't see any relevance.
So it's okay to lie to law enforcement if you don't think it's relevant, right?
No.
You guys saying cheat
You
day?
have no
That's
clue what they're planning, right?
I grew up on
No.
chicken nuggets from it.
You
No, I
see
used to.
the two spots here.
You know, fun fact: I ate chicken nuggets from McDonald's so much until I hated them. I'm fine with them now. Like I can eat them and I'm cool. But I think I just had a point in my life to where I ate so many fucking chicken nuggets so often, to where I never really quite recovered. And it's because I was deprived as a child. Like I never had chicken nuggets in Belize, obviously, right? So it's like you get out here, and it's like, oh my god, this shit is crack, man. I don't know what happened. One day I was like, I don't want to eat that at all. I don't want that ever again. You know what I mean? Yeah, oh, honey mustard, I think is top tier for me. Probably honey mustard and the damn sweet and sour is fire. You know what I like to do? You have to dip the sweet and sour and then dip the honey mustard and just have a little combination. Those are probably the only two I get. I don't even expand my horizon. I pretty much just stick with those two. I feel like honey mustard is elite. There's another one that I can't think of. It's like orange. I can't think of the sauce. It's not the honey mustard though. But yeah, that yeah. I ate the fuck out of those for a point in time. You said that's what happened with me for cheese balls. Yeah, you can't overdo it. Sometimes it's hard not to overdo it. Sometimes you just overdose on that shit and you just can't do it ever again. You said Chick-fil-A sauce. I fuck with some Chick-fil-A sauce. All right, let's get back. Let's get back to it.
Here,
Yes.
they're open, right?
Yes, they are.
What's open?
Where's the Impala?
It's parked on the side.
Where on the side?
In one of the other parking spots they had on
Oh
the
yeah, I
side.
fuck with Big Mac sauce.
Close to
I just get the double order of Mac sauce when I get the Big Mac. I tell them for a double order of Mac sauce, and just if you go to the drive-through or whatever, tell them give you a double order, but don't do too much. Like give me 1.5 realistically. You get a little extra sauce in that bitch. Maybe like less pickles, not no pickles, but less. They usually put like too much. Give me 2 less. I'm not trying to make your life hard. That's just how I want it. If you could get it that way for me. And that's the way to get it. That's how you order that shit.
where that back door is, that side parking lot where the back door is.
You said
I
barbecue
don't
all the
remember
way.
if it was close. I
Respect.
think it was like in the middle.
They had some bags, right? You have a bag right there.
Yeah, my bad.
So when all of those bags and stuff are unloaded, except for yours, they have to go through that back pathway to load all of those hubby guns, right?
I mean, I can't answer that. I didn't see them carried in there.
And you didn't see Davy and Murphy in there either, did you?
Not when I first got there, no.
But eventually you did see him, right?
Yes, later on.
States Exhibit 38A. So again, you saw him at the Airbnb.
Yes.
He's staying at the Airbnb.
Big Murph.
I mean, if you consider that staying.
You lied
Yo, his
to
eyes low key yellow than a bitch. I'd say, man, take some days off, my boy. You know what I mean? Take some days off, big dog. Shit. Hey, listen, I'll tell you, he'll have a lot of days off. He ain't gonna have to worry about them yellow eyes no longer. Shit. Them shits will go back to glistening white in about a year. And don't worry, you got years and years and years and years and years to recover. Don't even worry about it. Don't worry about it. Shit's hilarious. I hope he drank a lot during that trip. I hope he had a good time.
law enforcement about there being any other individual at that Airbnb other than you, Isaiah Chance, and his little brother, right?
Yeah, I didn't answer anything about the other people.
So that's a lie, right, ma'am? You lied to them about Davy and Murphy, a member of 1200 or an associate of 1200, being at that Airbnb.
Yeah, I didn't want to answer anything about them, so I didn't
You're
answer.
funny.
Also, not relevant, right?
I mean, I wouldn't know, so.
36A.
She got a big
You
old
don't know who
forehead,
this
too.
is, right?
At the time, I
You know what they
didn't.
say
I didn't
about
know.
girls with big foreheads.
You rode in a car with him for 3.5 hours, right?
Yes, I also went to sleep. I didn't really look at him like that.
You have been to his house for a barbecue. Isn't that true, ma'am?
Yes.
He young too. Shit, how old is he? Like 17?
Of over 3 years of his second family, right?
Nah, he's like 20.
He introduced you to all of his family members, right?
I didn't say all of his family members.
You said he introduced you at that barbecue and said, "This is my second family," right?
Yes, but I don't know if that's his real family members.
So you're suggesting to this jury that when you are being introduced by your boyfriend to his second family,
I'm gonna just
that
leave
he
that
posts
to y'all.
some fake people next to him?
I'm saying I don't know if he was talking about everybody that was standing there. Could have been talking about particular people.
But certainly Sean Gathright was there, right?
Yes, ma'am, he was there.
And he's one of the people he's saying, "This is my
Man,
second."
bro could barely grow out a mustache. I can't grow a full beard, but god damn it, at least I could grow a mustache. My brother, look look at what bro's rocking. Imagine him rocking that fresh ass, full ass mustache in jail. Fuck yeah. They're gonna be like, "Hey, come here, boy. You kind of pretty. Hey, come here. You light-skinned too. I like them light-skinned. Yeah. I like that little mustache you got. Man, shit. Food. Talking. Eat them up. Pause. Oh, shit.
By your boyfriend of over 3 years of his second family, right?
Yeah.
He introduced you to all of his family members, right?
I didn't say all of his family members.
You said he introduced you at that barbecue and said, "This is my second family," right?
Yes, but I don't know if that's his real family members.
So you're suggesting to this jury that when you are being introduced by your boyfriend to his second family that he posts some fake people next to him?
I'm saying I don't know if he was talking about everybody that was standing there. Could have been talking about particular people.
But certainly Sean Gathright was there, right?
Yes, ma'am, he was there.
And he's one of the people he's saying, "This is my second family," right?
No, he said little brother to him.
Sure. Well,
Part
okay.
of his family.
Good
and
enough.
then the rest of the people was his second family, right?
Yeah, he considered them second family.
And you care about Isaiah Chance?
I did.
Fuck no.
And you would have us believe that after he introduced you to his little brother, his second family, you went off in some second room and never looked at his face?
I didn't go off to the second room. I just got a plate and went back to the car.
Fair.
You
fair.
hid in the car, right?
Fair.
Yeah, I don't
fair.
really talk much, so I got back in the car.
Oh, so you
Hell,
never
we
had
could
a...
tell. We could tell. Shit, you don't talk much. You just might start stabbing a bitch. We gotta be careful with you. Yeah, put her in the car. Yeah, we having a nice little event. Everybody having a good time. You see her, put her in the car. Let her eat the. Yep, that's exactly where she need to go. I got you a little plate. We got a little mac and cheese. You know, we got some greens on that bit. Take that bitch to the car. You got some turkey on that shit. Enjoy yourself.
conversation with him?
No, I just said hey and bye.
And you can't tell that this person in 36A is the same person in 36B?
I mean, at the time, it didn't really look like him. I just glanced at the picture. I said no.
She was probably
And in the
in a
entire
bad mood that day.
3.5 car ride, you never looked at his face either?
I'm not staring him down, so I mean, no.
And at the entire time that you're at the Airbnb with him, you never looked at his face or had one conversation with him?
I didn't have a conversation with him, but I maybe glanced.
You were walking next to
I don't think she has a sentence yet. We're just kind of theorizing. Elisa Andrews' sentence? I don't think it's a sentence. It's just the charge. They reached the verdict. One of the 5 suspects. They found her guilty of manslaughter instead of first-degree murder. And not guilty of, ooh, she's really going to get off. And not guilty of a conspiracy to commit murder. How do you, I don't understand how you would get manslaughter if at the same time you're not guilty of conspiracy to commit a murder. Might as well just let her go completely. Might as well just you know what I mean? I don't understand that. So I guess her manslaughter charge, it might not even be 15 years. There's no sentence yet, I'm sure. I'm pretty sure this is way too soon. Sentencing is going to come. Yeah, see, expected to be sentenced December 8th. Wait, no. Her co-defendants, Isaiah, Sean, Davion Murphy, Rashad Murphy, will stand trial next year. Andrews, yep. Andrews is expected to be sentenced December 8th. Fuck me. She's probably, man, listen. The conspiracy to murder, I feel like, is the biggest thing. Shit. They're gonna be, man, give her 5 years. That's what they finna do. Man, like, what does that even mean, manslaughter? How do you get convicted of manslaughter if you didn't have nothing to do with the conspiracy in the first place? But I guess the court will figure that one out.
Isaiah Chance at Teasers, you were walking next to him at that parking lot when he was at Truth 18. I'm not going to play the videos again. You saw that. You guys were walking right next to him.
If you consider that right next to him, yes.
Some points you were a little behind him, is that correct?
Yes.
And some points you were right next to him.
You said I don't think she was too involved in anything. I don't think they proved anything. I think, well, yeah, we got to watch it a little bit more. It seems pretty damning because they had her with the boyfriend going and following Foolio around, and then they used her phone to like send messages to one another to let people know they were using her phone, but she's claiming that she didn't know that they were texting each other using coded language, so she didn't realize that they were setting up a hit. So so it's like, can we prove even further that she had something to do with it? Maybe not as easily, but they did prove at least that she was with them and that her phone was being used the whole stalking period. So it's like, it's something to where it's like you can't separate yourself from that. But she might get off with close to nothing.
Correct.
Yes.
And there were
Oh yeah, and I forgot. And she was driving the car. My bad. And she was driving the car. So that's another thing.
He has that phone, your phone, up to his ear.
Yeah, at certain points.
But again, they were doing their reconciliation trip. That's literally what the fuck she said. So I guess the reconciliation trip, that's all she thought this was.
And at one point, when he has it up to his ear, he has to give it to you so you can do what?
Put the code in. That was at the first club.
And that's right. Put the call in, right? There is a call that is happening. And
I said the code.
The code. But there is a call happening. He's actually on the phone, right?
At the first club, he attempts to make a call, yeah.
Attempts, right? It's literally up to his ear.
Yeah, I don't think it went through.
Oh, because you're right next to him, you would know, right?
No, I mean, he didn't say anything, so that's why I said I don't think it went through.
And at some point, he hands it to you so you can do what?
I mean, I didn't put the gold back in after that.
Just the one time?
Yes.
It didn't go off any other time that you were with him from the entire time to Teasers, to Truth 18?
I mean, later on, I think, yeah. At the next club, yeah.
What about in the car?
No, in the car was still unlocked.
And you never heard him utter one word on that phone while you were next to him in the parking lot at Teasers?
Teasers just the first club, right?
Yes, ma'am.
No, he didn't say anything.
And he never said one thing the entire time when you guys are sitting in that parking lot at Teasers at the same point when Charles Jones is there?
He said something, but he didn't say anything about him.
What did he say?
He just was saying how all the people are just standing around.
He never had one phone call?
I mean, he tried to call, but I don't know. Again, I don't know if it went through.
And again, listen, and so again, this is what we're talking about right now. They see Jones, but he happens to make a phone call, but it's not going through. They're relaying the information. Hey, hit squad, this is what's happening. Relocate. Let's circle back around. All right, hit squad, this is where we're going next. Boom, boom, boom. There's about 4 people with them. We noticed there's 3 cars, so we're gonna have to make sure we hit the right one. They're doing all that shit.
States exhibit number 94C1. see this when he's on the phone actually sharing a live location with Sean Gathright?
There you go.
It's occurring at 2 a.m.
See, just
that?
as
Yes, ma'am.
He does that multiple times. So he has your phone a lot in that car, right?
Yes.
And so anytime there's inactivity on the phone, you got to do what for him?
Unlock it, but he never locked it back. If he didn't respond, he just went and got on something else.
He doesn't lock the phone, right? That's something that happens automatically based on time, right?
Yes.
sometimes.
When that phone locks up in the parking lot, it's not because he locked it, it's because there's a timing mechanism on your iPhone that makes it go dark, right?
I mean, yeah, but the first time we got the car, it's my phone. He stops me and asks for it, so it's not unlocked when he asks for it.
And then at some point, he starts texting NIGGA, pick up the FNO. He says that. He doesn't text it just...
I like how she spelled it. Most people just say N or explicit. She just spelled it out. That's funny. I like that.
Once at 2:31, he sends this text again at 2:31 and 24 seconds. So he wants somebody to pick up that effing phone. Are you claiming when he's texting that, he's not saying anything to you?
No, not about that.
Do you see him desperately going like this?
No, not like he rushing. He just regularly typing.
He just casually texts,
Yes.
pick up the effing phone. Twice.
Yeah.
And that was something that if he had done it very erratically, you would have noticed, right?
Yeah, but he wasn't.
That might have tipped you off that something pretty important was happening, right?
I mean, if you say so.
So he's just casually typing that in, and then he's sharing the location again later, 2 hours later. But after this exchange, he never gets a phone call. There's no conversation in that car.
I don't remember him having a conversation there.
But he's not sending one other text after he desperately texts that twice, right?
I don't think he did.
You don't think, or you're...
I'm gonna stop it right there, folks. I'm starving. But yeah, I think she low-key, unfortunately, she did a pretty decent job. I ain't gonna lie to you. She went over there instead. I thought she was gonna get fucked. I was looking at it slightly. I wasn't really paying attention to too much of the Julio Foolio shit, but I was noticing, and she said, "Fuck that! I'm not about to spend my life in prison like y'all. Y'all might want to do that shit, but I'm not finna do that shit. That's not what I'm about. You know what? I'm about winning." That's actually a complete loss for her, but you know, at least for her, she's not going forever. I'm sure she's happy about that. You said I casually text my husband all the time. See, it makes sense. It makes sense. Shit. But anyways, folks, I appreciate everybody for coming out, man. Shout you guys out, bro. You guys are top tier. We're gonna try to get these live streams back and popping. Stay tuned for it, ladies and gentlemen.